Hello, dear children. Good morning. Children, today I am going to continue the third lesson World Heritage Sites in India. So, all of you open page number 275, your third lesson World Heritage Sites in India. And I have asked you to do the warm up part and send me the feedback through WhatsApp. So, do it, children, okay? In our previous class, we have learned about World Heritage Sites like forests, mountains, lakes, monuments, buildings, complexes, right? All these. And at present, there are 36 World Heritage Sites in India. And we learned about the Taj Mahal. And in today's class, we are going to continue from the Red Fort. So this is the Red Fort located in New Delhi. The Red Fort or Lal Killa. This Red Fort is also called as Lal Killa. Was constructed by Shah Jahan when he established Shahjahanabad, present-day Delhi, as his capital city in the 17th century. So this Red Fort was constructed by Shah Jahan when he established Shahjahanabad. At present, we are calling this Shahjahanabad as Delhi, and this is the capital. This Shahjahanabad is the capital city in the 19th century, and even today also this Delhi is our capital city, right? It is a national monument. This Red Fort is also a national monument. Every year on the Independence Day, our country or Prime Minister hosts the national flag at the Red Fort and addresses the nation from there. So, till now, every year on the Independence Day of our country, means Independence Day of India, our Prime Minister hosts the national flag at the Red Fort and he addressed the nation from Red Fort. The Red Fort is made of red sandstone, hence its name. So, why this is called as Red Fort? Because it is made of red sandstones. That's why this name came into consideration. It is a large complex which houses several royal buildings. So, this Red Fort is a large complex and it addresses several royal buildings. The Diwani-e-Am and the Diwan-i-Khas were halls used for public and private purposes by the emperor respectively. So, the Diwani-i-Am is used for public purposes and the Diwani-i-Khas are used for private purposes by the emperor. Who is the emperor? Shah Jahan, okay? The famous peacock throne of Shah Jahan is situated in the Diwani-i-Am. So, in the Diwani-i-Am hall, the famous peacock throne of Shah Jahan is situated. Rang Mahal was the place for the queens, and Rang Mahal was the place to stay. Is the place to stay for the queens, okay? Here in the pictures we can see clearly, children, this is the Diwan-i-Am. This is used for public purpose and this is the Diwan-i-Khas used for private purpose. It overlooks the Yamuna. Moti Masjid is the mosque. Nakar Khani is the entrance gate and Meena Bazar is the famous market inside the fort. So inside the Red Fort, Moti Masjid is the mosque there and Nakar Khan is the entrance gate and Meena Bazar is the famous market inside the Red Fort. Chandni Chowk and Jama Masjid are located just opposite to it. So just opposite to the Red Fort, Chandni Chowk and Jama Masjid are located. Next one is Kaziranga National Park. Kaziranga National Park in Assam is renowned for its successful conservation of the one-horned Indian rhinoceros. So, In Kaziranga National Park, which is located in Assam, this national park is a successful national park to conserve one-horn rhino. In this picture we can see this is one-horn rhino. It also provides habitat for a number of threatened species and migratory birds. So it also provides, this Kaziranga National Park is also a place to conserve, to protect threatened species. So some species are no more at present. So this Kaziranga National Park conserves the threatened species and migratory birds. What are migratory birds? Means birds that come from other places. It is spread along the banks of the mighty Brahmaputra river on the north and lush green Kharbi and Anglong hills on the south. So this Kaziranga National Park is spread along the banks of the river Brahmaputra to the north and lush green Kharbe and Glon hills on the south. It is a haven for the Royal Bengal tiger. So Kaziranga National Park is said to be a haven for the Royal Bengal tigers. So it is also recognized as a tiger reserve. So we can find Royal Bengal tigers in Kaziranga National Park. This is why this national park is recognized as a tiger reserve. Asian elephant, wild Asiatic water buffalo, Hoolock gibbons, Barasinga, Sambar and Gharial or other precious species that live in its grasslands. So in Kaziranga National Park grasslands, Asian elephants, wild Asiatic water buffaloes, Hoolock gibbons, Barasinga, Sambar and Gharial or other precious, so important species that live here. The great Indian hornbill and the Indian vulture are some of the birds which can be found in the park. So in this park we can find great Indian hornbill and the Indian vulture birds. Apart from these, Kaziranga also has a rich variety of vegetation. Not only for animals and birds, Kaziranga National Park is also a rich variety of vegetation. Next comes the Sun Temple. This is the Sun Temple in Konark. The Sun Temple at Konark in Odisha is a sacred Hindu temple. So this Sun Temple is at Konark in Odisha. This is a Hindu temple. It is a marvelous specimen of architecture. So this Sun Temple is a marvelous specimen. What do you mean by specimen? Means example pertaining to a particular type. This is a marvelous specimen of architecture. Its architecture is marvelous. It was built by Narasimha Dev, one of the East Ganga dynasty. At the time of East Ganga dynasty, this Sun Temple at Konark was built by Narasimha Dev. It is dedicated to the sun god. This Sun Temple is dedicated to the sun god. It is built in the shape of his chariot. It was built in the 13th century. This Sun Temple was built in the 13th century. This temple is one of the most well-known temples in India. So, this Sun Temple is one of the most famous, most well-known temple in India. This temple is one of the most well-known temples in India. It is also known as the Black Pagoda. So, this temple is known as the Black Pagoda. Architecturally, the Sun Temple adopts the Kalinga style of architecture, and the architecture of the Sun Temple is Kalinga style of architecture. It is made of sandstone. This Sun Temple was made of sandstones. Like a chariot, it has 24 wheels on its sides. and is led by 7 horses. This sun temple has 24 wheels on its sides and has 24 wheels on its sides and 24 wheels led by 7 horses. All these are intricately designed. All the wheels and horses and the sun temple are intricately designed, very carefully designed. Okay. Next one, the mountain railways of India. These are the railways, the mountain railways of India. The mountain railways of India represent the engineering marvel of rail tracks on mountains and have been recognized as World Heritage Sites. So the mountain railways of India, they represent the engineering marvel of rail tracks. We can see here rail tracks. These are the rail tracks. And these tracks have been recognized as a World Heritage. The Darjeeling Himalayan Railway, the Nilgiri Mountain Railway and the Kalka Shimla Railway collectively form the heritage sites. So the heritage sites of the mountain railways of India are mainly Darjeeling Himalayan Railways, Nilgiri Mountain Railways and the Kalka Shimla Railways. They constitute the railway routes in the Himalayas and the Western Ghats. So they have the railway routes in Himalayas as well as in the Western Ghats. These rail routes were commissioned by the British during their rule. So these rail routes came into consideration during British rule. Most of the trains are still in operation. They run on steam engines and are some of the few narrow gauge trains in the world. So in the world, most of the trains are still running at present and they run on steam engines and some of the few narrow gauge trains. These trains wind across a rugged mountainous terrain at a very high elevation and provide a scenic view of the region. So these trains will take us to a rugged mountainous terrain and we can see a scenic view of the regions. Initially, the train served as the only link between the hill station and the foothills. So the link between the hill station and the foothills or the to go to the hill stations and the foothills, the only transportation is the trains. Today they are a popular tourist attraction. So these are the popular tourist attraction at present. So this is all about the lesson, the World Heritage Sites in India. So once go through the today's video children. If you have any doubts you can ask me. Bye children. Thank you.